Okay, so this session for you is all about Phenomen-All. Again, going back to how do we help you to understand the products better so that you can better represent and share your information with your customers as to the purpose and the value so that your retail goes up, your business goes up, and we get to stay in business too. Okay, so I want to hear what you two have to say because everybody's tired of hearing me talk, right? You saw on the earlier videos that we did the salt exfoliation and then we did the mud, and you clearly see the difference in the skin, but there's still more to go. Why would we bother with the Phenomen-All at this stage? Talking about first the full circle value, which includes the hair removal.
Well, up to this point, we've obviously, you're doing your sugaring, and then we've done exfoliation with the salt smoothie, and now we've detoxed the follicles with the mud. So now we have to keep up with hydrating and moisturizing the skin. It's not just enough to exfoliate and detox a couple times a week. Every single day you need to be putting hydration back into your skin. And the exfoliation and the detoxification, all of that allows the skin to better receive that repair that you can get from using something like the Phenomen-All to help your skin to keep that dry skin down and not constantly rebuilding itself as the hair is growing back.
Okay, that's good. Do you have something to add to that? Talking about the full circle. Everything you said is correct. They're so cute, right? Everything you said is correct, but there's something missing that's the target of all this. And it's critical for the full circle. And you already know what it is, but you have that thing because you're not sure how to. And when I say it, I'm trying not to. Oh, right. That's what's going to happen. But I'm not saying it because I want to see if you can say it.
Well, it's a skin repair, so it's also going to be working in part with repairing the damage that you may have already done to your skin prior to any services.
Right. So if you have any keloiding of follicles, microscopic scarring from doing, ingrown issues, it will help to repair that. How? What does it do to that? What does this magnificent Phenomen-All product do?
It speeds up the regeneration of new skin growth. So it's speeding up cell regeneration. So it's breaking down the dead skin and creating new.
Breaking down, softening the skin cells.
Yes.
Softening the skin cells, soften. You see her face? Exactly what I'm talking about. You all know it. All of you who've taken a course have learned about these, but if you're not reviewing your work, if you're not experiencing it and experimenting with it and reviewing again and calling the educators, then you're not really able to represent it the way I know will benefit all your clients. And when it benefits them, I can't say enough, it benefits you. And when it benefits you, it benefits us. It has to go in that order, right? Without the customer, we are nothing. So everything we do is for the customer. When you can keep your say what you mean and mean what you say, and usually it's clear, it's targeted, you don't have complications. And you don't get twisted up in what you think you should be saying, right? This will soften your skin cells. We need to soften those skin cells so it's easier to exfoliate, so the mud can penetrate and purge out, detoxify, all of that good stuff. So when you come back to us and we go to put our hand on your skin with our sugar and we apply it, so fast. Then we do our action and all the hair just like, jump out, right? Because that's how it works. So that's the full circle. There's so much more, but in layman's terms, that's exactly what we're doing. Now, it sounds so easy and simple, and it is. But then, the reason we're doing these videos is because there's so much more value, so much more purpose, so many more benefits to each product. And now I want to hear from the two of you all the benefits of this for the skin.
Well, obviously it's going to help cutting down the amount of dry skin you have, but it's also going to help to improve your skin texture as well. It's going to help smooth out the skin texture, and it's going to help to reduce the appearance of maybe a little bit of wrinkling, some old acne scars, maybe you have some newer ones. It can reduce the appearance of them completely. I know from personal use, using Phenomen-All on my skin, it's done an amazing job on repairing the skin texture, making my skin feel smoother, softer. But because, as I was saying in the previous video, I had a lot of acne when I was younger, and I have scarring from it. And the Phenomen-All has helped to reduce a lot of the appearance of that scarring that I used to have. It's not gone completely because those are old scars, but it has reduced that appearance so much to the point where, again, I can go out wearing just Phenomen-All on my skin, no foundation, and feel okay doing it, feel confident that my skin isn't a complete disaster.
It's true. So for you?
Yep. I recently had surgery on my ears, I guess.
Oh my God, I forgot about that already. This is so good.
Oh my
When I
God,
was
Sebastian, get down.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
When I was 15.
Yeah, wait, let me,
Oh,
where is he?
underneath.
I mean, I could pick him up.
Go, 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 go. Let's close that door.
So when I was younger, I made the mistake, I guess now that I'm an older adult, of stretching my ears. So my ears were about an inch large, and
Wasn't really her, it was her school teacher, you know?
but being a mom now, I decided that I needed to make a change in my life, and
Does anybody know what stretching your ears is? I've never heard. That sounds like torture.
Yeah, so stretching your ears is either they put gauges in there or it's normally the big hole in your ear. A lot of tribes do them in Africa for other purposes. Mine were just because I thought it was cool and I liked it, and that's why I did it. But I recently closed them, and where I went to get them done was by a professional piercer who closed them for me. He does a lot of scarification and procedures such as body mods. He closed them, but I asked him, and what should I use to fix the scarring of it? And he didn't have an answer for me. He just said, just let it heal on its own. You can put Neosporin on it right now, but then after what you want to do, that's up to you. You can call a plastic surgery and ask them what they recommend, but you're going to spend over $200 on a product, and it's going to be a 2-ounce bottle that's going to be probably not worth your money. So I said, well, let me try my Phenomen-All that we have at work. It has to work. I know it has. It's Phenomen-All. So I put it on. In the beginning, I put it on 2 to 3 times a day. I would do it in the morning, middle of the day, and then the after or at night. And then with a week's time, I went back to the gentleman that did my ears, and he was in awe. So he didn't really know how to take it. So he's like, can you bring me this stuff? I want to see it. So I brought him in some of it, and he is so happy that there's this product. So now he has been recommending it to other clients. But you cannot even tell that I had a 1-inch hole in my ear.
It's really amazing. We're going to send you before and after photos posted everywhere, because the results, like her ears are perfect. Really incredible. Yeah, we're all very proud. So what else would you use it for?
I mean, any type of...
How would you use it? Let's say
Well,
for
how
your
would I
face.
use it?
Mhm.
Well, you can use it a couple different ways. For myself personally, I mix the Phenomen-All with a little bit of Restore in the morning, so I get the dual benefits of the repair from the Phenomen-All and the hydration from the Restore lotion. And it just makes my makeup lay a little bit nicer when I do it that way. I use it full strength though at night, because at night your body's resting, repairing itself naturally. So I like to use it full strength at night. So I follow my normal facial cleansing method, Precept, Central Tonic, and then I just use it straight out. You don't need a lot. A little goes a really long way, and you don't want to use a lot either. Your skin doesn't need all of that. You just take what you need to massage it gently into your skin until it's completely absorbed. And that's what I do morning and night. Mix it with Restore in the morning, and then straight from the tube at nighttime every day. And I started doing it about probably a year ago, I think, year and a half by now, that I've been using it twice a day on my skin. And like I said, it's been an
People are
amazing-
commenting. Like,
commenting,
no
yeah.
exaggeration. Even
Commenting.
I comment. People are commenting. Like your friends who've known you for a long
Yes.
time. Yeah.
I mean, I have a friend who's known me for 20 years, my best friend, and I told her one day, you know, I look like a mess today, sorry girl, and she's all like, no, you look fine. I'm like, I don't even have foundation. And she's like, I couldn't even tell you were wearing foundation. She's like, I was like, well, it's the mud and the Phenomen-All from work. And she's like, can I have a tube? So I had one laying around that I gave her, and she has it in her bathroom right now. So she has really dry skin, so she wants to try and start using it, actually on herself. And
I use
for
it
my
full
husband.
force on my skin, morning and night.
Mhm.
Full force. I love it. Just you need so little. Emulsify it and then just go and then just keep massaging it in gently. And it's fantastic,
Mhm.
for sure.
Yes.
So what else? What would you do if your customers came to you and you saw, you know, all this where I can scratch my name in her skin? What would you do for them? So remember, this is a full circle still, right? So what would you do? How would you recommend this?
Well, for starters, I mean, she's someone who's coming to me for sugaring. For starters, I'm going to ask her what she does currently for at-home care. A lot of times people are going to tell me they don't really do much of anything. And I'm going to talk to her about the benefits of at-home care and why it's going to benefit her skin and her sugaring services as well. And I'm also going to explain the exfoliation and detoxification for the mud, which we already talked about in previous videos. But for the Phenomen-All, I'm going to tell her that, you know, all of that's great, but what she really needs to do is just keep hydrating her skin. That no matter what she does, the other stuff at home is good, but if she's not doing something every single day to her legs, every single day to put that hydration, to keep the dead skin away, and keep softening those skin cells, her hair's not going to grow back correctly. It's going to constantly get trapped underneath that skin. Her hair's not even going to release very easily when I go to sugar her. I mean, it might not release at all. I might wind up having issues getting her hair to come out because of just how congested and dry her skin is. And using the Phenomen-All every single day is what's going to make that really big difference, not just the exfoliation a couple times a week. She's got to be using this every single day in between her appointments if she really wants to really see that difference in her skin and how easily it comes when it takes, how easily it is for me to sugar her as well.
So, everything you're saying is right. Everything. What? Right? Like, I'm not really sure. You know, people have blah, 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 blah so many times. I've tried so many things and, you know, I gotta say I've wasted a lot of my money. What can you do to convince me?
Well, first off, it comes down to a money thing. First thing I'm going to tell you is to try our travel kit before anything else, because our travel kit has the full circle products in it, and it's much more cost effective. Usually retails about $35 at the salon for most people.
Because it's just 1 ounce.
Yep,
one
just
ounce
1 ounce
tubes.
sizes, and because the Phenomen-All especially goes so far, they get a lot of usage out of just that 1 ounce
We
tube.
don't have one back here? Okay.
It's up there, I think. And first off, I'll try to tell them, try out the travel kit first, because it's not a huge investment, and then come back and tell me. Use the travel kit for a few weeks for your next appointment. Come back and tell me the results you'll see. And I actually do have a client who I've been working with for a few months now who has very, very dry skin. She actually had to stop shaving because she was having some sort of reaction to the metal in the blade, I guess, and she wanted to find some other method of removing her hair, and she didn't like the idea of waxing, so she decided to try sugaring. And she loves the sugaring, but I told her the very first time I saw her, I told her her legs are very dry. I mean, her knees alone were just like sandpaper, basically. And I explained to her the benefits of using the full circle, and that it took me a while to get the hair out because her skin was just so dry, so congested. And she did buy the travel kits, and I just saw her again, she bought a second travel kit. She has the Restore lotion. She's using it all, and it's making a difference. Every time I see her, it takes a little bit less to sugar her, and just seeing the difference in her knees alone, it's like, just from her first to second appointment after she started using it, she was like, my knees look amazing right now.
Yeah.
She's
A lot of people have knee problems because the knees get the deep crevices and the dry skin. I was one who had super dry, like if I did, especially 25 years ago, right? And I couldn't get it off. I would have to use like hard sugar and really try to rip it off back then. But when I got better and the skin cells started getting better and the ingrowns went away, my knees look, well, you see my legs now.
Yeah.
My knees look so like normal, but I am or was one of those sufferers. So you never think you're going to have beautiful skin on your knees, ever. But it does happen.
And it's made a difference. Like the first time I had to sugar her knees, I mean, I had to grab the hard sugar because, you know, sugar loves that dry skin. So I had to grab the hard sugar to get it off.
Yes.
And now I can go over it with the soft sugar, no problem. I mean, her skin is still, you know, it's dry, but she has to keep working and working at it. And it's a process. But the difference between when I first started sugaring her, that first time before she started using any of the full circle products, including the Phenomen-All, to what she looks like now, I think it's been about 4 months now, is seriously, it's pretty amazing actually. And it's helping with seeing reduction in her hair growth too, because it's making it easier and easier for me to get her hair out every single time she comes for an appointment.
So that was a good suggestion about the travel kit. Affordable, a little bit of everything. I don't know that the travel kit will last a full month.
It
Phenomen-All, yes.
Yes.
Mud, no, unless you're spot checking only.
Yeah.
Sweet Cheeks, half a month if they're using it regularly. And the same with the salt smoothie. It's basically one if you're going to do a larger area. Here's what I did. So I know it works, right? We didn't have the travel kits before, so I had to convince people to take the full 30 days. 30 days. Do exactly what I need you to do. And I'll know when you look at me in my eyes if you're lying or not. Intimidation, maybe. 30 days. And if you can look at me in my eyes and tell me you don't see a difference of whatever it is we're repairing and extracting, I will give you your money back. I could do that because I know if they follow my instructions, come back when I need them, do the exfoliation, do the mud and the Phenomen-All as I prescribe it, which now we have the prescription, right? So you can write it down so they can take it. Oh, I forgot what you said. No, now they have it. They can take that home. I know they will see the difference. And my job will be easier. And I'll make more money because they see the difference. Do you want your skin to go back or do you want to keep it lovely? You continue, right? Just like all the people who buy all these expensive, anti-aging creams. Anything you use, or even like a Rogaine, right? The minute you stop, you lose your hair again.
Right.
This is a fundamental skin lifestyle that we represent. It's not a quick fix miracle cure. Both sides have to work together, right? So what else would you use the Phenomen-All for? Remember when we did the mud, it was like first aid kit,
Right.
right? That sea salt should be in your first aid kit. What about Phenomen-All? Why is it a good product to have using it as a first aid kit as well?
I mean, you can use it if you like Katie said she got burned, so she used the mud and then she can follow up with the Phenomen-All to put that hydration back in there and help with scarring eventually so it doesn't scar anymore.
Yeah, that's what I did here. I didn't say it in the other video because we were really focusing on mud, but it was the mud and Phenomen-All that took away the keloiding and the most of the dark pigmentation. So I don't know what it would have been like because I had second degree hot water burn. Yeah, it was very bad. And then I went swimming in the lakes, right, in the rapids. Yeah, not smart.
Yeah, I mean, to go along with me first, I always tell people I have cats, and my one scratched out a chunk of my skin, literally a chunk of my skin one day, and I didn't intend to actually use the Phenomen-All on the area. I wasn't really thinking about it because I've been scratched so many times by my cats, and this was a doozy one. But because I put it on my face every day, it was on the inside of my hand, so it was getting massaged into the cut as it was healing. And it healed completely without a scar. And I do scar fairly easily because, again, I am very fair skinned, so it's pretty easy for me to have a scar left behind. And I have scars. I could point out scars from previous scratches for my cat. But this healed completely, no scar left behind whatsoever. So when I did burn myself, I have been trying to work the Phenomen-All into it because it's on the outside of my hand, so I don't, work into my face that way. So I'm trying to constantly remind myself, work the Phenomen-All into the skin so it heals faster and heals without scarring as well.
And so it's good for post-surgery, as you're showing.
Yep.
And also we have some other testimonials online, I'm sure you've seen already. If not, you should make it a point to look at the testimonials so you can share those stories with your clients. Like breast reduction, I think it was a breast reduction in Canada, and really heavy scarring for over a year, and none of the meds worked until she started doing this and realized that it was after 1 month, lightening up, thinning out, so that was good. So other than that, I think that's about it, really. I mean,
It's still good for stretch marks too.
Voila, stretch marks. I know some women have used it for prevention of stretch marks through their pregnancy. Now, for me, if somebody says, is this safe to use when I'm pregnant on my belly? I'm not a doctor. All I can tell you is I know women who have used it and swear that's why they didn't end up with stretch marks. Because anything that's essential oils, and I don't know what to say to you, So I prefer to err on the side of caution, but all I'm telling you is some have done it, right? That's what I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, that it worked for them. Right. So maybe if you're afraid to use it while you're pregnant, maybe you use it right after,
Right.
But
apparently
it's okay.
They can always check in with their doctor too.
Yeah, exactly.
Their doctor gives them the okay, there's no reason they can't use it.
Yeah, exactly. So can you think of anything else? Did we forget anything about the Phenomen-All?
Are you physically asking me or the camera?
I am, because do you think my eyes are crossed? The camera's over there.
I don't have my glasses on. I can't tell where you're looking. No, I think especially when she hit the stretch marks one.
This is the best.
Her ears are the best, yeah.
No.
I can't think of anything else unless you're tricking me and there is something else I'm not saying.
Because you never know. No. I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Just like the stretch marks, I would have forgotten.
Well, I mean, eczema's psoriasis though too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The
Wait,
skin
what about
condition.
eczema?
Yeah, the
God.
skin condition.
Yeah, eczema
What is
because
that?
That's what we're
Camden.
saying.
Oh, okay.
What's
Yeah.
the chicken skin called?
Keratosis.
Keratosis. Yes, any kind of skin condition like the keratosis or the eczema that build up a really dense, dry skin.
Right. Or Suzanne.
It's such the obvious for us. You know, like we had the sweet talk with Michaela and I preach about eczema and psoriasis and it's such the obvious and we forgot it. Wow. Shame on me. Okay, that should wrap it up. So Phenomen-All is excellent for everything we talked about. Anti-aging, helping scars to heal, keratosis, eczema, psoriasis, trying to prevent stretch marks, ingrown hairs, which is the main focus of why I developed it. Everything about the full circle was originally for ingrown hairs. Everything naturally defaulted into other skin condition maintenance or getting rid of simply because why? So when you understand this, then you understand all about this full circle. Think about ingrown hairs, right? Think about the excess dead skin cells, ingrown hairs, damages from hair being pulled the opposite way, so you get microscopic keloiding of the follicles, which causes other problems later. If this system for ingrown hairs works as well as what we've seen, everything relating to keratosis, eczema, psoriasis, scarring is dead skin cell, keratinized skin cells problems, right? Everything. So why would it not naturally default into everything we're talking about, right? And that's the story. It's still the same story. Haven't changed it. So any questions, you know where to find us. Find us. That's what we're here for on the support group, which we all get involved. And if you need to call me out, put my name in, then I know I need to be involved. And other than that, we have Skype, you have your educators, your distributors, you have us. We're here for you. Happy sugaring.
Phenomen-All and Restore are the only thing that keeps my legs hydrated with my tattoos, and they stay bright. Any other lotion I've tried, it doesn't do anything. Like even shea butter, I feel like it doesn't keep it.
Not on its own, like because
Right.
there's shea butter in this, but like I feel like combination is what
It's,
it makes it.
it's the combination of the oils that give the efficacy of deeper healing. Shea butter, to me, it is a great product. Obviously, we use so much of it, but shea butter is one of the best, most natural carriers as well. So together is why we have Phenomen-All.